Hello, welcome
Hello.
back. Welcome to Wicked Game. My name is Lydia. I'm the DM around these parts, and we are sadly Michelle-less today. But we do have these reprobates. We have Nikki, who's playing Fox, and we have Tom, who's playing Arlen. If you are new here, you are so incredibly welcome. This is just session 2 of a new campaign that we have just started. And we have a couple of announcements, and I'll do a brief recap because just one episode to recap from. And then we're going to hop right in. So bear with just for a moment. If you are not new here, hello again. How are you doing?
So good to see you. What have you had for dinner? Tell us, please.
Yes, if you've had dinner, pop in chat what you had for dinner.
It was picky bits and chips, mate. Have you seen the weather? Everyone had picky bits and chips.
Picky bits.
Come on.
Yeah.
I did actually have chicken
If a gherkin
dippers.
wasn't on the side of your plate, what are you even doing? That's all I'm saying. And also, like, that square's disappeared again, Nikki.
What square?
How the square behind you?
Oh,
Has it just fallen?
Yeah. How are your character predictions going? We've just seen wild theory boarding from Rooney in our Discord, which honestly we were just like a mile a minute talking about just before we went live. Excellent stuff.
you're
If
wrong
you are
on
a
both
mod,
counts.
if you're a mod, first of all, thank you so much, as always, for doing what you do in the Twitch chat and in our Discord. We appreciate it so much that you guys have our backs all the time.
Yes.
So that we can focus on the game as much as possible. But also, I know that we said this before, but I want to just say it again because in the absolute delirium, I can't remember how much we actually said, but I just think it bears saying again. Thank you so much for the box of goodies that we got for our 24-hour stream during Charity Week. It was firstly insanely generous, and then also just so incredible to be able to like turn around at this like spread of goodies when we were in the absolute pits of tiredness. And I think for me the highlight was like the ginger and chili shots, and like mints and stuff like that. But also I think I absolutely pounded an entire tube of Pringles. So I realized it was just a real self-soothing moment.
And you know what? I
Nobody
think you
else
did
ate
it
Pringles.
angrily as well.
I was pretty angry. My whole mouth was full of ulcers. And so I was like, this hurts, but I'm gonna keep doing it because sensations. Anyway, you guys just sort of relentlessly look after us and we appreciate it so much.
We love you so much.
So big love to all the mods. Oh, look who's here. Y'all, we survived Charity Week.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Someone's not giving themselves time to recover for reasons that's not their fault. But
Don't be shy, you're tainted by oh my.
Come on, sorry. While we do the announcements, you can stay. We did all sorts. We did everything from crafts to smooches to screaming, honestly, to incredible art of hobbits, to I did quite a lot of screaming in the scary game.
Yeah, I did some screaming.
That was it, yeah.
Big screams.
To plenty of TTRPG fun. And the good people at Dice and a Slice and some other heroes really supported us through that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. And really, all of you who were involved in the 24-hour stream, it was really, really incredible. And set up with such grace the mayhem that then happened in the 24-hour stream. We just made a great deal of money for a cause that is so incredibly important. So thank you for everyone who donated. Thank you to everybody who supported. And thank you to everybody who watched. You know, it all really makes a massive difference. With all of that said, previously on Wards of the Vale.
I'm not sure I liked that energy.
We came across our new friends wandering into a tiny, obscure village on the festival of Crone's Mull. which is, of course, a festival where you find and give gifts to the very concept of ancient belligerent magic, and you ask for luck or you make a wish in return. There was pie tasting and music and revelry, and then Dagger noticed that some of the offerings to the crone seemed a little off. And what she worked out just a moment too late was that a slip had opened up nearby, a slip being like a tear in the veil that leads to another plane of existence. And that these little purple creatures were crawling out and racing towards the village. And the three of them fought off the little bastards and then ran to the source of the slip and kept them at bay until the Arunt came, the special forces that are trained to close the slips. So in just one session, these three strangers became the heroes of Little Catel and bedded down by the hearth in the blacksmiths. Only when they woke, or when Fox woke, they found themselves one less. Vicky, can you roll the thing?
Beep boop dab up.
Dawn Phalon. A fertile land of lush, rolling hills, woodland bursting with life, and mountain ranges that hold glittering waterfalls and hidden lakes. But in this virile land, the veil between this plane and others is as thin as the ancient paper its histories are written on. For as long as time has been recorded here, children have been raised to fear the slips, tears in the veil that expose Dawn Phalon to places of wild, elemental, dark, or magical forces. The very thing that makes this relatively small country as abundant as it is also what makes it so dangerous. The year is Era of Enlightenment 67. It has been nearly 70 years since the fall of the monarchy. But Dawn Phalon is beginning to thrive again, ruled over by a high courtier, 12 people representing each facet the kingdom holds dear. So while not all life in this place is fair, it prides itself on leading the way in democracy. 3 lives will cross paths in this beautiful land. 3 people will grasp at futures worthy of those who came before. 3 souls carving their own destiny with blade and bravery, with gifts taken and given, and in the name of gods and kin. So, Fox, you wake. It is cold. The hearth is out. There is not, it was just embers when you went to sleep, and now it is not even that. And it is very cold, and you see that there is some dawn light streaming through the windows. So you feel like you probably would have woken a little earlier had you been waking for your shift to watch, like Dagger said. It's a little bit later on in the morning, kind of like the time where you might normally wake up, being an early riser. And you see that Dagger is not there, and neither is her things. And Arlen is asleep.
Is there a window open?
No.
Fox is going to open the door and just kind of take a look outside.
It's a chilly day. There's some mist rolling over the grass in the village. The kind of All the tables that had been brought out for the feasting and so on have all been taken back in. And there's just the odd kind of like chicken bone on the ground and the trampled grass where people were dancing in front of the hay bales that give sign as to what went on yesterday. But it is very quiet. And you can't see anybody.
I mean, Fox will head back inside and just kind of, have another look around for a sign of a person that isn't Arlen or himself.
Okay, roll investigation.
Am I any good at this? Let's find out.
Yeah, should be.
13.
Really, there's really no sign at all. Like she was never there. Just the rocking chair that she was sat on, just completely empty. Nothing's been taken. No litter left.
And do we have all of the pigment that we were given by the Arunt?
Yes, I feel like you were handed 3 pouches and you put them in your backpack. Cool. Actually, I think you already gave. Did you already give one of the pouches to this?
Yes.
To like Vera, so you have 2 pouches, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to make a bunch of noise and like wake Arlen, but I'm also not going to be like quiet. Does that make sense? Like I'm just looking around and like allowing for Arlen to slowly awake to the like noise of someone shuffling around a room, rather than going.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think, unless you're about to tell me that Arlen absolutely never gets up until 1 o'clock.
I feel like that's the absolute anathema. But
I think that Arlen could be waking up at any time now, because this is sort of, a natural, especially when you've been on the road for a bit and your body clock gets more used to sunrise and the sunset. I would imagine that you could wake up around now as well.
I think you just hear kind of like a rustle, and kind of like you see me look over my shoulder at you, bleary-eyed, and say, "Oh shit! Did I miss my watch?"
I think we're long past such. Dagger's missing, as is her stuff. Is my stuff, like our stuff, still around?
Mm-hmm.
I think Arlen looks at you and goes, "Okay." As in, were you waiting for a goodbye, or?
Well, I sort of had this idea in my head that we would all travel to the next village together, form lifelong friendships and share stories, and then years later meet in a tavern and pick up like nothing had ever happened, just, right where we left off.
It's a pretty story.
Well, not anymore. Well, but I'm concerned. People don't just normally up and leave in the middle of the night.
I mean, look, Dagger didn't give us much information about herself, might as well be just traveling to the next destination. Look, if one of us finds her body like on the road, on the way to wherever you're going next, or wherever I'm going next, like, it'll be a sad occasion, and we can always take it to a priest or something like that. But
I don't think we need to be quite so morose. I think there's a good chance that Dagger is in need of some assistance, or maybe is lost. It's a dangerous world out there, and I can't imagine a smart person would look at to other able-bodied travelers and think, oh, I'll be better on my own.
Okay. What do you want to do? You want me to follow you to the ends of the earth trying to find someone that you met last night?
Well, not the ends of the earth, but I think we should give it a good go, don't you?
Look, some people just have their own thing, and that's okay. But if you're worried about it, you know.
I mean,
Look, you did me a solid last night. I can help if you want.
I think we should just do our due diligence, just to make sure. It's a dangerous world out there.
You've said that twice now. I think I know. I'm aware.
Wonderful. Then we all equally pressed about having a good look to see if we can find Dagger.
Right. Have you got anything to leave the people here if we are leaving,
As in by way of a note?
or by way of a thank you for their hospitality?
There's a coin and a short poem on the side I wrote last night while trying to get to rest, and I think that should suffice.
Great. Okay. Fine. Let's go.
Let's to adventure. She's gonna snatch his bag and his jacket and kind of step outside.
Just so I'm aware, when do you want to get into it about you killing my uncle?
Right, so you step out into that frosty dawn morning. It occurs to me that you guys don't really know where you're going.
Do you know where you're going?
Well, I have a sort of cardinal direction. We were pointed out to the next village, correct?
Well. I knew that you were told about the village, but I didn't know whether you were like.
Well, they just sort of pointed in
Sorry,
a vague
what was
general
that?
direction.
What was that?
This is the only way that I can be given directions. No words, only hands. But you're talking about it, and you're walking essentially in the way that you figure it is. Arlen, you came from the north.
Yep.
Fox, you came from the southeast. When you saw Dagger walk into the village, you came from the east. So you kind of head. What it is you head to the village, essentially to the God's Glade.
Southwest.
Where you go west. Never eat shredded. I'm doing this completely wrong.
We're going west.
You guys came from the west, and you're going east now. Never
Towards
eat
the
shredded
coast.
wheat. Yes, towards the coast.
Sorry.
That's me. I'm, for some reason, after knowing it for a couple of centuries, now I've forgotten which is east and which is west.
Wizard
And
Swanson.
Wizard Swan. But you have to go through the God's Glade first, and you do see Vera there, praying to the Okrath shrine, and gets up. Oh, you're 8 boys.
We're looking for the young Miss Dagger. I don't know if she's passed through this way.
Has she gone? Oh, I didn't know.
Appears to
We
be
are
left.
quite all right, thank you. By the way, how are you?
Wait. Yes.
Kind of looking at Fox, going like, "Come on."
I slept well and I woke thinking I want to say to the Dark Mother, thank you that no one died, because that was the most eventful thing that's ever happened in this village. And, I'm going to try not to think that strangers coming to the village is actually a bad omen. I'm going to try and spin it the other way and say that, that would have been a really bad day. Is that I was right to think that strangers are actually a good omen, because we would have all died yesterday if it wasn't for you three. So, and you're not staying for breakfast, neither.
No, listen. I'm sure it'll make you sleep easier tonight to know that we won't be here tomorrow. But it's very kind of you to keep us and to hold us. I think we'd best be off.
Right. Well, good luck to you on the road. Where are you heading? Old Ludstock?
By way of, yes. We need to do a bit of searching for our lost compatriot. Hopefully we can.
Might have gone that way. We talked about it a little bit, me and her.
That's what I was thinking.
What, last night or this morning? Or?
Yeah. Well, no. I last time I saw her, she was settling in on her chair and talking about watches, but. No, but previously, before that, we talked a little bit about how there was a tavern where the nearest tavern was, and I told her that they might have a room, just the one room probably at the. I mean, I'll be honest, none of us go to Little Ludstock. We've not been there in years. There's nothing there for us.
Okay.
They ain't got no fish. They ain't got no nothing that we need. So we don't. It's been years since any of us have been there, but we do know that there's a tavern there, and we know that son went and joined the army.
Okay.
So there might be a room. So she'll probably be there.
Look, that's certainly something, and it sounds like she's pretty safe, to be fair, and probably just left for a singular room somewhere slightly less interesting than Little Kettle. So,
well, you're always welcome. You're always welcome here.
Thank you.
Don't forget us. Don't forget us wherever you go. Don't forget us.
How could we ever?
Dark Mother be with you.
And also with you. Alright. You ready?
Yes, I mean, let's forth and keep our eyes peeled for any wayward, purple-haired folk.
Aye, or we could just go. I just start sort of like rolling a cigarette as we start to walk. Just say, so Abel, what kind of a place is that?
I never heard of a place.
Sorry, is it Aber?
Yes.
Aye, okay.
I don't know that we got into that. Did we?
Aye, we did.
Well, it's a wonderful place.
I'm making notes now.
It's a wonderful place. It's idyllic almost. And how did you find growing up in Elanthea?
Aye, a wonderful place, idyllic. Yay. It's not too bad. Does the job.
Even
so, whereabouts is it? Is it south or is it?
You're not much of an answerer, more of an asker. Is that sort of how things go? That's fine. I can answer questions. I just wanted to,
Look, it's always good to have information.
You see, I prefer inspiration.
Okay. Potatoes, I guess. No, look, what can I say? I'm a fan of a story.
Me too. Although there's not much of a story here, at least not yet. Time will tell.
Okay. You said you were kind of starting your adventure, starting your story. Is that something that's important to you?
Yes, incredibly so. It's a driving force, one would say.
I lick the cigarette, pop it in my mouth, get
What drives you,
a book of
Arlen?
matches.
And what drives you?
Oh, just
Just.
look, I'm trying to find someone.
Dare proffer up any more information than vagaries and faint nods?
I am trying to find someone that means a lot to me. How's that?
It's a tale as old as time.
I told you I like stories.
Well, let's hope this one has an happy ending. I'm gonna just keep an eye on flowers and such on the sides of the road to see if any have been trodden in, like maybe this where somebody's taken a veered off road or like a desire path has formed, and see if that has tempted somebody across.
Yeah, roll survival.
Oh no.
Oh no! Your first non-wisdom character. Oh no!
17.
You don't know.
What was it? What was the total?
17.
Oh, good.
I just rolled one. I've only got a +1.
You heading out of the village, you are taking a path that is not well trodden. None of the paths were that went into town, but the one that you take out, winding through the countryside, is overgrown. There is you are basically crunching through those lightly iced over puddles. And the long grasses that have grown up through the mud are wetting your trousers. And the only flower about is cow parsley, big, tall cow parsleys. And you don't really see any places where somebody might have veered off the track. And because there's been dew in the morning, you don't really get a good sense of tracks either on that would have trodden before you on the path that you're following. So yeah, the hours go by as you're walking, and I assume that you're going to keep that roll, just generally keeping vigilant as you're walking.
Keep a look.
It is overcast today. It sort of threatened to be a brighter morning at dawn, but it became overcast, and there is a bit of a wind that's carrying a little bit of rain on it. It's not miserable, but it's a winter's morning, for sure.
Are you not cold? Oh, no, not especially. I suppose it's a little bit of Aber that I carry with me, you know? It's people can be surprisingly resilient to the cold if they just share a little bit of their own warmth, you know?
Aye, but I can every time you swish your little coat there, I can pretty much see your nipples. So, is that just normal attire for you, or?
Of late,
I'm not
yes.
seeing anything negative.
I mean, I do own other clothes, but I've sort of as all good adventurers do, kind of assembled a uniform of such. And this is what I landed on. At least for now. Fashion is a fickle thing.
That is so interesting.
And
meeting one of you lot.
The big wet coat, you know, carries well.
It does the job. What can I say?
Just the idea of
does the job. Keeps me warm. That's all. That's all it needs to do.
I suppose. But things can do more than that. You know, flowers must pollinate, but they choose to smell lovely to achieve that and look pretty to paint the lands.
Mm. Well, you are certainly doing your job well, my little flower. I'll just be grass. Do you know what I mean? It just sits there, lives. Do you know what I mean? If we're going for the analogies and stuff.
I think a rose looks no brighter than when it's amongst the thorns and greenery of its own bush. I think the green is tremendously understated, and only those with a trained eye can appreciate it.
Okay. That's interesting.
You
have a way with words, pal. It's just interesting meeting one of you lot, you know what I mean? It's not every day.
What do you mean by this?
Oh, fucking adventurers. It's just, it's interesting. That's all it is.
So either I've done you a great deception, or you think me something I'm not. I would call this an adventure for sure, but I'm an entertainer. Is the trade I ply. It's how I make my way. It's a storyteller and a joy spreader, and I think that's how I would describe myself. And
okay,
everyone's a sort of adventurer. Every day is a little adventure. How about you? This is not
bullshit.
You think it's bullshit?
I think that's bullshit. Some people go on big journeys and see the world, and then some people live a full life in a city and just bake bread, and that's not an adventure, and that's okay.
So by your own definition, you're an adventurer. But it's very nice to meet Arlen the adventurer.
Fuck off. No, I just, with your big colours and your fancy words and your music, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that an adventurer is a bad profession. It's just I don't see much of you.
Again, you are mistaken. And what is the trade you ply, if any at all? Or?
No, I don't. Not really. No. I'm just here.
And so, what is at the core of here? What would if somebody was to ask me in years to come, who is Arlen? What is a word I could use? How would you describe yourself if you were to write a memoir?
I'm just a bunch of bones around with a bunch of meat around it. That's it. That's all any of us are. Until you make something yourself, until you have that adventure of yourself, that's all we are. And that's okay.
So, the bones. You continue walking. So the bones wrapped in me. Continue walking along this overgrown path, around fields, around hills. It is a winding path. Bickering a little lightheartedly, little bit of back and forth as the hours while away. you certainly at some point would get hungry and have a little bit of lunch, whether you stop to do that or you eat while walking.
I kind of bring out like two of the pieces of cloth that I kind of recovered from little Catel, full of bread and a little bit of cold meat and things like that. I took enough to keep me going until the next sort of village, but not a huge amount more, no excess. And I kind of I hand one of the bundles of rags full of food to like sort of.
It's okay. I have some rations. You keep that. It's yours.
You sure?
Yes.
Good shape.
I was yesterday, but I'll be well, thank you. I think.
Fox takes out a gingham handkerchief and has scones.
I think.
Yeah, you have.
Fox has very tried and true traveling rations, like jerky and like dry bread and raisins and nuts and stuff.
You've got the like the army surplus ration packs that only the sort of like upper echelons of the Duke of Edinburgh people actually sort of bought.
The proper
the rest of us
Tory
just
cosplayer, the Tory army cosplayers doing it. Yeah.
The rest of us just had boil in a bag oats and shit. Yeah.
And you, once you have eaten, you continue walking. The weather, ever so slightly, it's just so slowly getting a little bit worse. As in, it is getting, the sky is darkening a little bit more. The rain that was just like this gentle misting that was on the wind is now, you find yourself kind of pushing against the wind, the rainy wind that's coming against you. Arlen, I believe.
Hey.
I really love that she had to look over a sheet to remember your character's name.
No, I was looking at passive perceptions. As you are trudging along, you look up a little bit to the south. Wait, come on. South. Come on, Lids. You can do that one.
If it helps you, people in my school used to say Nikki Ellison squirts water.
Okay. All right. I'll take that to heart. Just a little bit off the path, just a little bit to the south, ahead of you, you see it's a murder of crows up in the sky, falling about one another and just flying around and then coming to settle a little bit, and then up they go again, just flying around. But because of the wind and the rain, your sight is a little bit obscured. Okay. And you kind of dash the water from your eyes and try and look again, and they've gone.
I think I just saw crows over that way. Hey, maybe Dagger got daggered. Should we go check? Sorry, that was horrible.
Well, they're clearly gathering to look at something, so I think we should. Interesting fact about crows, as we all well know, it's a murder of crows for a group. Do you know it's a massacre of precans?
Is it now?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
I think it's nice. It scales well, but I agree. I think we should head towards the Corvid.
Okay.
As the crow flies.
I see what you did there. That was good. So, what is it about Dagger that makes you want to go all damsel in distress?
If you're
Sorry,
jealous,
If
you're jealous, I would have done the same if you were missing too. It's okay. I would have pled for Dagger to come help me find you if you would gone to. It's
But
people just don't up and leave in the middle of the night.
They do.
Not in my experience.
Well, listen, I'm pleased for your experience, but it happens.
Not yet, you're not.
Sorry, what was that?
Or if you were pleased for my experience, you'd know. Is it behind the trees?
Fucking.
What the you're trying
Crows.
to you're trying to locate the crows?
Or where
Roll
the crows
perception
were, yeah.
for me.
Perception?
Fucking murderer of crows, me.
Did you say murderer of crows?
Murderer
Like a
of
man
crows.
that kills people who's made of crows.
Listen, I'm still getting my head around this accent. Murder is a bit of
Murder. Murder.
That's been a murder.
19 on my perception.
Ooh.
I rolled an 80.
Where the where Arlen like pointed out to you, you definitely can't see that. You can't see any birds. You can't, even when you're like really looking, so really trying to hone in and focus on the trees, you just don't think you see. You know how you can see a tree that's been stripped in winter, and you see the branches, and you can see the little blobs of where birds might be sitting on the branches. You can't even see that. So you feel pretty certain that they've moved on, or they're on the ground or something, but they're not like where they've got pointed out. And you continue walking. Continue walking. It is the afternoon now. You're pretty soaked through. It's not icy underfoot anymore, but it is chilly. And
I roll like I've wrapped some of the cloth from just pockets around my hands, around sort of the fingers, like almost boxing wrappings, and just sort of slightly clumsily start to roll another cigarette.
you have to relight it so many times that it's actually drooping out of your mouth.
I prestidigitate my trousers dry. However many individuals,
Every step.
yeah.
Does it make a noise? Is it just aha, aha, aha?
Oh my god, like a toy with a voice thing that you just keep hammering. I think it's more like he like wipes them down and then just like all of the water just like.
Nice. Eventually, you come to this area. It couldn't even really be described as a little wood. It is barely a copse of trees. It's just a little collection. You've got a little bit of a wood to one side, and then this like smattering of old trees that either side of the path that you're walking. And as you go through, Arlen, you would see it first, although I think, Fox, with the purposeful perception checks that you've been doing, you wouldn't be too far behind. You see a little like black thing on the road, on the path.
What do you think that is? Can I make a perception check?
Of course.
I'm just gonna head towards it.
I don't have my dice. Bear with.
Incredible.
Thomas!
Nat 20. Nat 20 on the dice. 23.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you part of that natural 20 now, but I'm going to let it roll over because I don't want that to be a wasted
But you
natural
can't eat it all, otherwise you'll ruin your dinner.
Yes,
You have to have the rest after the-
and don't swim for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a dead crow.
I mean, I can tell you right now, it's a dead crow.
And in fact, you see two other dead crows, like 2 meters beyond it on the other side of the path.
Actually, Actually, there's a few dead crows. Do you want to just hold on for a second? Just sort of like, not backing away, but like very much kind of keeping my distance.
If I believed in bad luck, this would be a terrible omen.
You don't believe in... We'll get to that later. Is there anything around that like looks like it could have caused this? Like, is there blood on the crows? Is there...
There's no blood on the crows. I'm just going to keep answering you because for me this is still part of the natural 20.
Okay, cool.
There's no blood on the crows. You can't see anything that would have done this to them at all. And you said that you actually backed further away from
a little
them.
bit further away, yeah.
I'm going to say that you like hug the side of the path. Like there's little bits of flint wall where there might have been proper boundaries that could then go into fields, but these are mostly fallow at the moment. And you sort of hug closer to that flint wall, and you can see that on the other side of it, further down, there's more dead crows.
Oh shit!
There's actually quite a few.
It's murder in the second degree.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Do you think, Christ, I'm getting like...
Who's Christ? Is this a friend of yours?
Yeah, it is. He's about every now and then. Look, do you think Dagger might be...
Murdering crows?
I don't know.
How many are there?
I don't know. How many are there? I mean, I've seen at least like 6 or 7, but...
Yeah.
So you've been counting crows?
Fuck. I don't get that reference, if it is a reference, but I have. Can I... Fuck me. Okay. Can I like bend over the wall and just try to pick one up? Actually, no.
You're getting close. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say, Hawks, you've got magic and stuff. Can you like check these or?
So is the thing where you consistently undersell yourself? Is that in all areas of your life, or just sort of the kind of journeying and adventuring specific ones?
I don't know what you mean by that.
You're capable of wonderful things, Arlen. I'm by the crows. I'm just already by the crows.
Yeah. You've strolled confidently up to the little piles of dead birds.
It's one
yeah,
dead
I
bird.
Mean,
what could happen?
It sure is a dead crow. And then 2 more over here, and then you see actually both sides, because I think you're probably on the other side of the left hand side of the path, and Arlen was on the right hand side, and you see that probably all in all there's a little over a dozen dead crows strewn in this little area.
The placement of the crows, is it entirely random, or is there some kind of pattern?
Roll investigation for me, please.
I'm listening. I've just spotted my dice box, so I'm gonna go get it.
Just spotted a dead crow. Natural 20.
Oh, these natural 20s for rolls that I'm gonna struggle to give you a natural 20 answer, but I will try.
Anything better than suckling babes? I'm all good.
What I'll say is this: you are extremely sure that there is no pattern at all. That they, but with the natural 20, they are also like it's the way that they've fallen. You feel fairly certain that they have dropped from the sky. They haven't been caught by an animal. They haven't been like there's dew around, not dew really, but the rain is around them. There's not been any kind of treading down nearby. There's no paw prints or footprints around them. You feel fairly certain, I'd say with that natural 20, that they died in flight and fell to the ground.
Is everything okay?
There is no beast or monster, but I fear something worse.
Beef. Beast.
I beg your pardon.
I'm
Did you think I
sorry.
said there is no beef or monster?
I did hear beef.
This is not a petrol station
the
meal
way-
deal.
What's a petrol station?
There are birds falling from the sky, directly. Has lightning struck at any point recently?
I'll carry over the natural 20 for that as well. You feel pretty confident. I mean, a lot of these, there's only a couple of like evergreen, like fir trees and stuff that still have any greenery to them. So there's a lot of very bare trees, but none of them look like they've been struck by lightning. You also, whilst it's a very overcast, dark day, it's not really a stormy day. You've heard no rumbles of thunder. You've seen no flashes of lightning.
I mean,
Do you
it sounds
evoke
like.
much?
Do I what?
Do you evoke much?
I might. It depends what you mean.
Do you like conjure missiles or sling arrows? Is there a projectile in your oeuvre?
Yeah, there is. Why?
Well, I could throw a knife, but it would be interesting to know what's going on up there. If the birds are falling, it would be nice to know if there's some kind of magical cloud that's sucking the life force from the crows, or some such monstrosities.
Okay. And Arlen goes a little bit quiet for a second and kind of closes his eyes, and the sort of the mist around, or the sort of like rain that's sort of dropping, kind of starts to like slow in and around his kind of presence, and he kind of just brings his hands up, and a little bit of kind of steam escapes his mouth as he makes this little will-o'-the-wisp kind of looking thing, and just like shoots it up into the sky. Found you. Forget about me.
Up it goes, up, until it is snuffed out.
Was that meant to happen in your hypothesis?
Did it go?
It felt to you like it went its full range, and then fizzled naturally,
As it would.
as it would.
Well, it was less of a hypothesis and more of a test, I suppose. You should watch yourself sometimes.
Hmm?
We might eke an ego out of you yet.
Who's to say I've not got one?
I think that was a very lovely compliment.
Right, well, look. Crows are dead. Shall we go?
Really? The man who loves a story is sated to let a mystery unsolved?
I said I enjoy a story. I don't need to be in one.
But this is a story left untold. Who's going to tell it if we don't? Soon enough.
I'd assume that you'd give it a go.
Now, I'm not one to tell an unfinished story. leave people waiting, pregnant pauses, leaving people edged on the edge of their seats.
You know what? I was about to say that I think you misspoke there, but I'm a little bit afraid that you didn't.
It's just fun with words.
Okay.
We can play,
Well, listen,
even in moments like this.
Look,
There's something going on with the birds.
Okay.
It's incredibly curious.
Aye, well, maybe they all just had a heart attack, died. Can I pick one
12
up?
to 20 birds having heart attacks entirely localized within this point on the same day?
Who's to say?
You crouch and delicately pick up one of these birds. Do you want to do a?
Is it just a bird?
It's a bird.
All right, fair enough.
Like, I don't know, medicine check, animal handling, or
I think I think of Shush and
Yeah.
kind of.
I was just about to say you're going off the anatomy of your Kenku friend from back in the day.
I think of Shush and go, right, okay, well that's where the breastbone is. This is like.
Are you CPRing this little?
No, I'm just checking to see, like, anatomy wise, if it's all in the correct placement, if it's all like sort of correctly, if they're like palpating slightly the sort of spine, the backbone, the kind of the ribs, like just checking.
Roll medicine. Roll medicine.
Fuck off!
Is that not the natural 20?
I swear down, that's another nat 20.
It's
Guys,
Michelle. It's Michelle's fault.
Why are we doing it now? I'm going to be rolling nat 1.
No, I think you might need it later. My advice would be not to roll so many right now.
Jesus. So that is for a total of 23.
Okay. You spend a bit of time like turning this bird over, pulling the wing out, feeling the joints, feeling the spine around the neck, which is floppy but doesn't feel broken. You even pull open the beak slightly and look within. You pull the feathers forward. You pull the feathers forward for the ear.
Ugh.
You cannot explain how this bird is dead.
I mean, listen.
Its neck is not broken. It is not sick. It is perhaps a heart attack because you can't really test for that. But
pal, it's just dead. There's nothing else to it.
Arlen, are you telling me that you can't see the wood for the trees? You're staring right at one tree and you're neglecting the entire woods around you. The birds' woods. The wood of dead birds.
Look, I'm just saying that sometimes things die. Sometimes people leave. Sometimes things die.
Sometimes they do, but very rarely do 20 plus crows fall out of the sky in the same general area on the same day without cause.
Okay, but neither do slips. I fucking hope that neither do slips just happen to open on the same night that 3 strangers come to a little town just south of Ilanthea. Like, well, things.
Not to belabor the point, your point is well made, but I believe the slip would have been open for a little bit of time beforehand for it to infect the space, but it was found on the other. But that's neither here nor there. Everything happens for a reason.
Fuck off. What do you mean?
My experience with life is that very little is entirely random. yes, there's chaos in the world, but even chaos has not so much a purpose, but an MO or an ideal that it strives towards.
So what ideal did it have for you?
For me,
What did it have for me?
I'm blessed to say that I've barely been touched by chaos, at least not without purpose.
It's fortunate.
Incredibly so. But
So has everything that's happened to me all been for a reason? Because if so, I'm not here for that.
I really don't think this is the time to ask, but I'm dying to ask specifically what has happened to you. But you get to make the reason. Chaos's ideal is to create more chaos. It's like an infection. It's like an illness, and it strives to make more of itself and corrupt people full of chaos, who will in turn make more chaos.
Okay, so everything happens for a reason, and there's like a fate that is known, but we are the ones who make our fate. That sounds quite chaotic to me, and I'm okay with that.
I never said the fate was known.
Fine.
I said it happens for a reason. You get to pick the reason, but it does happen for a reason. And when you're there on that day where the reason is clear to you, you will look back on all you have done, every road you have tread, every boot you have worn, and every coat you have worn through, and realize that it was always that moment. Everything strives towards that, because at the end of the day, you will always be you, and you will become the you were meant to be. But you get to define that. This isn't just random happenstance. Something is happening here, and no doubt something magical. And I feel a certain responsibility to, at the very least, look into it, because the people in the surrounding area don't have those capabilities that people like myself or people like you have.
It's a bunch of pretty words, but I just don't see it the way you do. And that's fine.
wonderful.
We don't have to see eye to eye all the time. I mean, I'll probably be gone in the morning myself, so...
And I'll come looking.
Don't. Don't. It's fine. Look, I've agreed to help look for Dagger with you, but
And
we'll
this,
find out if
I
she's safe
believe
or
this
not,
is
and if
part of
she's...
it. I believe this is part of it. Ollie,
Okay,
you're
what do you
capable
want
of
to do?
incredible
What's it?
things. You're capable of such incredible things, and maybe the world has not been
You
kind
don't
to
know
you.
me.
I know
You
enough.
don't know me.
I saw you do incredible things. I don't need to know who you are inside yourself to know what you're capable of. I've seen it with my own eyes, firsthand. There are no stories here, Arlen. There are facts, and I've seen them with my own eyes. I know what you're capable of. You're capable of incredible things, and while the world may not have been kind to you, and that is a conversation for another day, for another time, you can do a kindness to Dagger, and if not to Dagger, to me. And if even not to me, what about the memories of these poor birds? Something has happened. These are lives too, and they've gone.
Lives go. But maybe the story lies ahead, huh? Let's go. You want to pick up some birds?
No, I want to understand.
Okay.
This is a
So
piece
let's
of it.
take them. Let's
Don't just
take
the
them.
birds with me. Can
Okay.
we... Oh, I want to be up. I want to be up where the birds were when this happened, but I can't be up where the birds were where this
I
happened.
think
You could climb a tree. You could try.
That's all we can do.
Oh, see, when to the audience at home, I think we're finding out what happens when it's duos. With with myself and Michelle, it's just tears. With me and Nikki, it's strange philosophical conversations that neither of us are quite sort of.
It's
Therefore,
it's just the two people in the rom-com screaming "I can fix him" at each other.
I saw something so different, but I won't comment about that just yet.
Oh, interesting.
What are you trying to do, Fox?
I'm climbing a tree.
Okay. Roll athletics, please. It is wet. Damn tree.
Damn tree!
In fact, while you're doing that, must we?
Yeah. I think after that little bit of conversation, Lydia won't know this, and that's fine. But I think Arlen just looks up, kind of exasperated at you climbing this tree, and just sort of plonks himself into the grass with the sort of like butt end of the cigarette that he's been. Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me? Bloody Nora!
It's upside down.
puts the sort of like end of this cigarette in his mouth and just starts kind of goes for something just underneath his collar, and just starts kind of staring at this dead bird in front of him.
It's a dead bird and it's gone too far.
I hope the audience are enjoying the enemies to lovers storyline that's happening right now.
It really should be raining. It should be fully raining for this conversation.
Yeah. Both shirts are wet through.
What's your athletics check, please?
You'll never guess.
Natty 20. Jesus Christ.
-1.
Okay. Yeah, though you have no right to be good at this, up you go. Hold on tight, spider monkey, up you go. And you find yourself right at the top of this tree that is, I think, probably an oak. It's an oak all the way through the year, but it's more recognizably an oak in the summer months. When you're up here, are you investigating? Are you perceiving? Are you survivaling?
I'm probably going to investigate, but I have one question for you, Lydia. Does my hair react to the atmospheric change?
No.
Do you know what I'm getting at?
I do, kind of. It's not you're.
I don't have
you're
magical
about
hair or anything, but like I was just like.
No, you're about 20, 25 foot in the air, and your hair doesn't react. It doesn't become like static.
Yeah, again, it's not magic hair. I thought it might be static. I got a 13 plus 4, so that is 17.
And that's an investigation.
Yes.
You're looking at the branches. You're looking at the view. You're looking at the other trees. You're trying to sense the wind. And
can you
come to me, guy?
Higher?
I think your feeling is that everything looks very much as it should and very pretty. For a winter's day, for a stark, cold winter's day. That strange light that you get when it is the late afternoon of a day that never really got warm. But you can see for a fair way. And I'll tell you what else you get with that investigation, though it shouldn't really be, because that should be perception.
It's in that 20, so.
It's in that 20, so I'm just going to give you something. because all these nat 20s and I'm giving you diddly.
Tom's got the other half of his one from earlier, but he's saving himself because he's full. He's full, so.
I couldn't eat another morsel of that nat 20.
No, I couldn't.
You're seeing bits of woodland, smatterings of woodland across the, and you could swear that way off in the distance you see shapes that look like they could be buildings. So you think that you see old Ludstock.
I see the town.
Oh, fantastic, Peckle.
Do you have a notebook?
Shall we go? Do I have a notebook? No.
Yes. There's one in my bag. It's at the base of the tree. Can you grab it?
Jesus. Okay. And I pop over and grab the bag, open it up. Is it at the top?
Yeah, it's like a easily accessible pocket. It's the one he was carrying in the early scene. Can you take this down for me?
I found it.
Only sat above a tree. Can I see the dew-soaked leaves?
Yep.
That's all I've got so far, but thank you. And she's going to begin climbing down.
It's all right, not a problem. I drew a penis.
My mother got me that book, and she would find this hilarious. How dare you?
Well,
So you got a mother, a father, or I don't know.
Arlen, grant me this.
Hey,
Tell me one thing about your life prior to this. Prior to the goal that you hold.
Fox. You sweet thing. Where's the fun in that? Shall we go?
an absolute backstory like face off here. Are you heading off?
Yeah. Are there more dead crows on the way?
You know what's fun? I've never had an elusive character before, and it's really, really fun.
Walking further east along this path, away from the crows, the rain clears up, the wind also clears up, and it becomes kind of like, a much more pleasant early evening. As you now feel like you are heading towards Old Ludstock. In fact, you start to see, as you are walking and you're passing little smatterings of woodland, you start to see areas of the land that are worked, which you haven't seen in a little while. And the light is beginning to fade, but it's nice, it's a bit warmer even.
Is there what kind of what's in the fields? Is it kind of
Roll perception.
not on that 20, thankfully. It was a 14 on the dice, so that is a 17.
Interestingly enough, it's not winter barley, which you would expect. It is, there is corn, and there is some hops and cabbages that you can see just in this moment.
I think as we're sort of moving past, I'll just I won't take like full cabbages. I'll take a few leaves. Yeah, I'll take a few leaves here and there, and just kind of like wrap them up. Get like a little bit of twine.
Yeah.
and just like shove them in a pocket.
You can add
Cabbage
4 large cabbage leaves to your inventory.
Thank you. I'm doing it. You said a thing. I'm gonna do it.
As you are walking now in the fading light, a figure comes towards you. Difficult to kind of make this figure out now that it's getting a little darker, but they are coming towards you.
How far are they?
Coming towards you across. They're not on the path coming towards you. They're actually. It looks like they might have been working the field, and they're coming towards you. And they're maybe 15 feet away. No. Ridiculous. 20 feet away.
Don't be stupid, Lydia.
Be stupid, Lydia, you idiot. 20 feet away.
If they get within earshot and are moving with intention, I'll just hail and well met, friends.
They're not speaking loudly enough for you to hear, but they do seem to be talking back to you. And they get to a little bit of wooden fencing, and they like climb over it, and they're right up in front of you. And what did we say? Arlen was on the right hand side, and Fox on, so that's nearer to.
Yeah.
Nearer to Arlen. Just as you are kind of like this, out from an overcoat comes a long grey hand, and it scratches you across the face.
Excuse you?
Who's it scratching?
It's Arlen, because Nira Malloy is sitting on my papers. It's okay, you stay home. You're perfect. For a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
That is a 6 points of slashing damage as claws curl up your neck and leave you bleeding. Let us enter initiative.
Ow! It started, Lydia.
Oh no. He's too full.
I rolled a nat 1.
He couldn't possibly have another number.
I knew I shouldn't have gone for cabbages.
Okie dokie.
That's a point. I can just put it straight in.
You can put it straight in.
So that's a 5.
I really don't enjoy that.
Oh,
Wait!
I'm going to let you actually have a little bit more space so you can step back if you want.
Lydia, this was not what I was expecting. I don't know what accent this is. I think it's German of some sort, you know?
Right. So, up first, now that this, that round is done, I think they're just going to continue and attack again.
Okay.
You know what? No, that wasn't a surprise round. It was just them going first because you were looking right at them, so it's not fair.
I'll be honest, Lydia. Kind of you.
Fox, it's your go.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I think Fox
I don't
is
know what
going
you're
to
talking about.
Step there. Step round. No, I'm not going to do that at all, actually. Yeah, no, I'm going to step there. I'm going to... Arlen, it's time for some of those wonderful things I said you were capable of. That's Bardic Inspiration, and then I'm going to attack this creature with a sword. Rapier.
Did you just react to a bardic inspiration like you got slapped? Compliment! God, ow!
Get the fuck, man!
16 to hit?
16 sure does hit.
That is 9 rapier damage. Perfect form.
That's very,
Oi, oi, oi.
very good. Up next, Arlen.
I think Arlen is not is not a fighter, and kind of in a panic just goes to innately cast this this sort of will-o-wisp kind of light again, at disadvantage obviously because
You're so close, yeah.
we're so close. Oh, that was not good, pal. That wasn't good, pal. That was... Oh, it's still not terrible. It's an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
I
Do
think he...
anything else with your go?
I'm not sure there's much I can do. I think, like, panicking, he grabs for the there's a knife at his belt, and he kind of clumsily grabs it, almost. If you're watching at all. Oh wait, hold on. I had bardic inspiration. D6, right?
You did. Yep.
Yeah, I'll allow it if you want to add that.
Sorry.
See if you could bump it up.
That was a 5 for a 16.
That hits now.
Incredible. In that case, he doesn't go for the knife. Well, that D10 just went. Gonna find that later. That's 7 points of force damage to this thing in front of me. As it kind of like barrels into this thing's chest, and kind of the light dissipates, but kind of almost shines on the other side a little bit as well. And that's my turn. I'm just gonna stand there, I think.
Excellent. Back to the foe. Who?
Actually, Lydia, I think it only has 16 hit points.
No. Incorrect.
I found the other D10, by the way.
The having taken that blow and the it's taken damage from both of you, it looks to you, Fox, and says, "You're nothing more than an empty vessel. What is your worth beyond a good fuck? Please roll a wisdom saving throw."
I don't want it. Can we run? I don't want that to happen to me.
Fucking rude. 14.
That saves.
Thank
That
fuck.
saves. You feel this like moment of a headache thrumming in, and then you push it to one side and take no damage. And now it's your go.
Well, aren't you a miserable little cunt? I can't do anything without hurting an arm outside of a rapier, so I'm going to stab it. And I'm going to shuffle around it to attack. Flank it. Wait, flanking is just plus, isn't it now? +1?
It's a +1. Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, like, it's dirty 20 then. You fuck. Okay, 10 damage, though.
10. Blimey. That was great. Heyo.
Dead. As you cut it down, it falls on a heap on the ground. And you hear this like as it falls. I don't know if that sound came across at all.
It did.
Didn't really, but we got the vibe.
Can I just pick the cloak it was wearing up and to see what was underneath it?
There's a puddle. There's bits that still haven't like disintegrated. There's like bits of bone. There's bits of like round skull and bits of spine that are quickly dissolving.
What the fuck was that?
Rude.
Arlen, it's your go.
I think I look around to see if there's anything else. Like the panic is kind of setting in again.
Okay, action perception check.
Yep. 18 plus 3, 21.
21?
You
what?
see, with a 21,
Yeah.
you see another
I'm not.
that is coming towards you from the other side of a bale of hay.
Shite. There's another one, and I think I'm going to do a little kind of hop step run around this tree into kind of the bushes,
Okay.
and just kind of like crouch, like kind of terrified. Blood still sort of dripping from my neck and cheek.
Okay. Top of the round. 1 second, I'm just getting myself situated.
No, you situate yourself. I made hot sauce the other day.
What's
Okay,
spicy?
top of the round.
Very.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
It is honey though. You don't eat honey, do you?
I did.
You do. Sick. I'll bring some over.
The
Sorry.
new foe that's just like walking over to you. Looks to you, Fox, as it can't get up close. And it takes a moment, slowing in its stride a little bit, and then says, "You'll never be as great as him. The only thing he failed at was creating a son worth a damn." Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Do I hear that?
15.
Yeah. 15 saves. Again, you're feeling that like it's like bees in your head, and then you push it out.
I came out to have a good time, and honestly, I'm feeling incredibly attacked right now.
Arlen,
Um.
you are piss pants.
You are piss pants. Way! Arlen's piss pants. Biff said Arlen's piss pants. Way!
You are behind that tree, like listening to what was just hissed at Fox and watching his and listening to his reaction. And you don't see the one that is right behind you that comes up and scratches up the back of your coat for a 14?
14.
Misses, I think.
Misses.
It like lashes out at you, and you hear just at the right moment you hear the like whirring of movement behind you, and you just dodge out of the way. Great. Now it is Fox's go.
Oh, this is terrifying. I hate it and I love it. It's great. Sorry, by the way, can I just say, just for the viewers, I suppose, I just checked that. Could we say that we're here?
Oh, they can't see that?
You're behind the little iconography of thingy. I can't.
Sorry, I just sometimes I check back just to make sure that I'm actually in the right place.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
I was hoping to be smart, but I can't get them both in one go. Fox is going to walk over here and just say, "Listen to me, you rat fuck. Shut your mouth and then I'm going to scream fuck off and cast Thunder Wave, so I need a con save.
$16.
That saves, but he takes half of 13, which is 6 thunder damage. And it's not pushed, because it made the save, you little shit. But everything within like a 15-foot cube centering on me is just like ruined. And an audible thunderous boom is out to 300 feet.
Okay.
Make a
Damn.
noise.
Good to know. Arlen.
I think I just look round at this thing and I just say, "What the fuck do you want?" As my eyes, the sort of pale white irises start to glow, and mist starts seeping out from the sort of gouges in the coat that didn't quite hit me, but sort of scratched the coat, and the blood starts to kind of like steam, and from out of the sleeves of the coat, this kind of these tendrils of mist come out and just like wrap around this thing, or try to, as I cast Arms of Hadar. Can you please make a strength saving throw for me?
Ooh, 19 on the dice.
Fuck.
That makes it a 22.
Fuck me. Good. Nice. I still roll the damage.
These like things come up and wrap around it, and you just see like the little bits of skin that you see through the fabric are just like muscle and vein. There is like no fat on their skin whatsoever.
Okay, I rolled I rolled an 8 on the damage, which is good, but that is a 4 because you take half damage because you succeeded. And seeing that like it hasn't sort of like actually I lie. This hasn't happened to Arlen before, but he's angry and he just sort of looks at this thing and again goes to take this sort of knife from his belt and kind of like holds it almost like less like a parrying dagger and more like a shiv, as he kind of holds it in front of him and kind of crouches down a little bit, and that's my turn.
Okay. Top of the round. The foe that is engaged with Fox lashes out with its arm to scratch you. Oh, that's well shit. That is 9.
Misses.
So that does not hit. What can it do? Anything else? Turns invisible.
What?
It's gone.
What are we fighting, Lydia?
Do I get to make a wildly disadvantaged attack of opportunity?
Of course. Roll a disadvantaged attack as it goes invisible.
Nah, I miss.
Okay.
There was a 3 on the dice, so.
The foe that is engaged with Arlen looks to you, hood over its face. All you can see are the tips of features coming out, twisted and hideous. You should take yourself to the gallows for your deeds. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Hate it. Wisdom is... Okay, that's a 15.
15 succeeds. You feel it again encroaching on your mind, and you push it away. Fox.
No,
It's
Fox
your turn.
given. Let's go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I am going to put a hand on Arlen's back, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
It's 11 points of healing.
Wowzers.
Bonus action, Bardic Inspiration. Look, I don't know who these slimy little fucks are, but let's just get out of here. That seems more Arlen speed. Yeah.
I like it.
So yeah,
It's your go, Arlen.
I'm gonna make this Bardic Inspiration a D8 using my once a day.
Damn, that's great. Thank you. I think I look at this thing and say, it wasn't my fault, but this is. And I go to cast Eldritch Blast again with my sort of empty
hand.
Okay, that was an 11 and a 10 on the dice, so that's an 18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That's 10 points of damage.
That's great.
Which is good.
14 damage on that one.
And I take like, still looking at it, like, I basically kind of just palm this Will-o'-the-Wisp into its chest. Sorry, I just hit the microphone as I palmed it.
It made a fun boom, but it did hurt my ear.
And take a step away, kind of daring it to attack.
You take a step away?
Yeah.
It will.
You're gonna nat 20, aren't you?
I'm gonna nat for it for an 8.
I don't like this. Can we just? That's gross.
That's an 8.
Great. As it misses, I just spit on the ground in front of it and go, "Fuck you." And that's my turn.
So you've stepped out of its field. Where? How much did you?
Sorry, I'm meant to be sort of moving. I go all the way to here.
Okay. Cool. That's your go. Top of the round.
Top of the round. Don't know what that was.
Coming out of invisibility.
Oh fuck.
You, in fact, it's not right up next to you. It's there. It says, "You should have been crow food." Roll wisdom save, please.
Roll wisdom. Fucking 16 on the dice for a 21. I don't even need that bardic inspiration. Thank you very much.
It's gonna use the rest of its movement to go.
I think I look at it and I go, "We all will be someday."
Okay, foe 3 is going to step this way and swipe at Fox.
I don't.
Oh, for a natural 20.
Let's go.
So that is 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
Jesus.
And it's you.
Let's fucking. I'm just gonna attack it. Let's not fuck about.
You're
It's
just
time
gonna
for
attack it?
swords, not words.
You're able to attack it?
Yep. So it's a
Jesus.
21 to hit
That hits.
with a 10 on my damage.
You slice through its stomach, and as innards start to fall out, they barely even touch the ground before they are just soup.
Crow food.
What even are you? It's disgusting. Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm really hurt. And then I think he's gonna move this way. Beep beep.
Arlen.
I think Arlen. I don't actually know how. Is it? So long as I'm not 5 foot away, it's not at disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm 10 foot away right now, which means I can literally just sort of shoot this will o' the wisp straight at this thing in front of me. 15 on the dice for a 23 to hit.
That hits.
5 points of damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I kind of roll my neck a little bit, kind of done, and the eyes have been getting kind of slowly brighter and brighter as I go. I just sort of look at this thing and go, "Come on, then."
So that's your action. No bonus action. No movement.
I'm a warlock. I have no bonus actions.
Okay. Top of the round.
Sorry, spoilers.
Steps up. Attacks you.
Okay.
That is a 20 to hit.
20, dirty, I hope.
A filthy 20. Yeah.
The
Lydia knows that
filthiest,
we're just
isn't it?
2 level 1 guys. Like, we're just 2 guys and it's literally our first day.
We're just normal men.
Not your first day. It's all out from here on. Ooh, 8 damage.
8 damage hurts a lot, but that's okay. Ah, you fucking bastard. Whose turn?
It is Fox's go.
I really don't like the situation I'm in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to attack them.
Get +1.
22 to hit.
That hits.
9 damage with my rapier.
9 whole damage.
9 whole
As
damage.
you see it like slash up its back. Up next, Arlen.
Arlen. Arlen sees the sort of like the damage that has been done to this thing, and like goes to sort of cast Eldritch Blast again, and just can't quite bring himself to do it. So walks up, grabs it by the shoulder, and just tries to ram the knife that he has into its guts.
Roll, you get a +1 for flanking.
It was a 16 on the dice.
That hits. It's going to hit
oh.
no matter what your bonuses are.
Great stuff. In that case, that will be 4 on the dice. 4 plus 4, 8 points of damage.
As the steel pushes through the form, and you feel that it is in right up to the hilt, and
Arlen's literally just like shanking. Okay.
And the body like collapses over you and almost immediately becomes soft.
I kind of look up at Fox and just immediately puke.
Fox, as Arlen is vomiting, you can see silhouettes around you coming closer. They're not running, but there are other foes.
We need to run to the city. We can talk about your knife form later. I'm gonna just kind of grab. Just we're running. We're going. Yeah. We're running. We're running into the town. Okay,
I'm gonna need athletics checks from both of you. As figures start moving towards you.
Can I offer you acrobatics?
Absolutely not. You are not cartwheeling into
17.
Old Bloodstock. 17's great.
12 minus 1.
Plus a D8. Plus a D8. Plus your bardic inspiration.
For a 5, 16.
There we go.
16's good. You guys sprinting along this path. As you come over the crest of a hill, you see a little collection of houses, and you see again figures pulling in close to the pathway, and you're sprinting so hard to try and get there in time. At times you even have to like dodge out of the way of things that are like grabbing for you. You hear words start to like be called out to you, but you can't. You're trying to ignore it as much as possible just to get to the town. And I'm going to quickly change the map.
Oh, fucking hell, there's another map. Shite.
Another one.
I thought we were safe.
I'm not well. This is
bad. God. How are you doing?
Bad.
Because I'm not doing great either.
Oh, I'm bad. I'm real bad, and I'm spell slotless.
Ich auch.
There is, on this map, I know there's a lot of like blacked out stuff here, but and it's smaller than is, we can't make it absolutely massive, but let me explain to you a little bit about what you're looking at. To the other side of you that's not on the map, i.e. on the right hand side, there are fields and the odd like little cabin. This large grayed out building looks so much like a tavern, and actually to your eye, the door that you can kind of see a little overhang on the top of, like in the middle of the T, that looks to you like a back door. To your left hand side is a kind of like a temple and a graveyard, but there is a figure in between you and that graveyard. If you were to run the full length of the path, you would get to what you see is like the town square, which has the like gallows there and the front of the tavern entrance and some other buildings. And we're going to keep it in order initiative. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like 7 for Fox and 5 for Arlen or something along those lines.
8.
8, right.
How do I add the
click Arlen and go right to the right hand side.
Thank you, found it. I think I was on 5.
Sounds about right.
Oh boy.
Hey.
This
Squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time.
Level 1. I'm sweating a bit.
Fox, you hear hissed out at you from the one that's near the chapel.
Leave me alone.
Puppet to a whore goddess.
Oh,
roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
fuck your ass, you're dying. I actually don't care. Natural 20.
Nothing comes between you and
fuck you,
Lady Thorn.
We do not call someone a whore. Not in this house.
And it's your go.
Oh man, I wish I saved a fucking spell slot for you, you grimy little prick.
I wrote that down.
Can you show who did that? Show me who did that. Show me the man that said this. Bring him to me. This guy, right? Oh, you're a little bitch. 5,
Weasel.
10, 15, 20, 25. I'm just like, is the door open?
No.
I'm banging. Boo, 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 boo.
All right.
And I'm I'm casting, not light. I'm prestidigitating, like, fireworks or some shite. Like, just
to get it to pull attention.
Just make light. Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to cast light, but that would be like a permanent like lure in front of me. So I think just a big like burst of like sparks or something.
Okay.
Like, gold flakes in disco light.
Arlen.
Arlen just sort of starts to walk the same way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and as he moves, can I see where's the little this thing? Can I see this fella here?
Yeah, why not? Only
I'm
a little fence for the garden area.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sort of like whip round and just push with the will o' the wisp, and it kind of like almost dissipates slightly and becomes a sort of like tendril of mist to whack at this thing.
Racing like past Fox, who is banging on the door. Natty 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's like 6 this episode, right?
This is insane. Sorry, Michelle, you can't come back. So that's 10 plus fucking 10. That's 20 points of damage.
That is some hot shit right there. It kind of gets blasted and is like holding on to the fencing of that little kind of garden area before the cemetery, and is like holding on for its life, but it is still up.
I just sort of like staggering, just kind of point at it and go, "Fuck off!" And that's my turn.
Oh, I made it big. Beg pardon.
Don't make it
Not
big.
that!
Ooh. Wait. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, can't get there. Can't get to you. So
it's gonna say mean things instead.
That's the opposite of what I wanted.
when your hair goes flat, that will be the last of your talents. Please roll a wisdom saving throw.
Your friends are
I don't
better
think
at this
I need
than
to
you.
write that one down.
This one's only just graduated from insult school.
14?
Yeah, 14 successful.
Fuck, if that was the one that got me, I'd have been devastated.
Oh.
Nice. Top of the round. Five.
Shite.
That is 12.
12 misses.
Fox, you know there is movement on the other side of the door, but the door does not open.
That's rude. It's really, really rude of them. Please grant us sanctuary, or we will die out here there are creatures of the night, and their words are cutting, and their claws are sharp. He's going to run around and attack this person behind Arlen. Yeah, it's like a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, max damage for the first time. It's 11. Hi, I'm max damage.
Great. Arlen.
Right.
Oh, wait. No. It's the other one. So I'm just making sure I've got the tallies right for the damage so far. But that was the first bit of damage that Fox just did to that one.
I don't know which one's more important. I think. Let me just check an ability that I have. 10 foot. 10 foot. No, not worth it. Not worth it. Okay. I think I look at the one in front of me and sort of again with the shiv sort of like hammer curled into my hand, just kind of go for another stab. Plussing 1 to this, right?
For flanking, yep.
That is a 16 plus 1, which will be a 17 to hit.
That hits, yep.
For 1d4 plus 4. That's another 4 plus 4 is 8.
Hey.
Shit. That's me done. That's me over. In every sense of the word. No, it's not. Sorry, I lied. I go, I shout behind me, please, we need to get out. We need to get in. Please, let us in.
You've used your action, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
You stabbed a man.
I was wondering whether you'd give me a bonus action persuasion, but that's absolutely fine if not.
One. I want to fucking appeal to their senses.
The one, it is now stepped in front of the door. People flee from you like you're the seep. Roll a wisdom saving throw, Arlen.
You're a fuck. That's a nat 1. For a 6.
Okami dokami.
This is too dangerous.
This is not
That is
good.
2 psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Oh my god, just wet starts coming out of my eyes, and in the darkness you can't tell whether it's like tears or just fucking blood. Like, I am not good.
I am going to also stress to you that there are definitely more coming.
Oh yeah, yep. Well, I just think we knocked on the door lids.
And so far, you know there are people on the other side of this door, and they are not letting you in. So that is the end of the round. Top of the round is the one that's in between you guys. It's gonna turn around and slash at the person who just did damage to them with a rapier in the back.
Oh, the rapier. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh,
Natural 1 from me.
Fuck for that.
Fox, it's your go.
Okay, right. I'm going to attack him with my rapier.
Mm-hmm.
19 on the dice plus all that shit.
Yeah.
10 damage.
Collapses in between you.
I'm going to pirouette round, and as I do, I'm going to pull a knife out from my jacket. I'm going to offhand attack this prick.
Awesome.
17 on the dice. Plus 3, so dirty 20. And a 4.
It also crumples at the bottom of the door.
Incredible.
It's just like spinning round, like attacking with the rapier, and then spinning round, and then just knife from behind in its like neck or a part of it, and then it's just to the door, and I'm just gonna say, there is but a moment of calm. Do the good thing. You can save 2 lives tonight.
There is a little window, a few squares, actually nearer to Arlen. You can just about see it. There's like where you are, pillar, and then a little window.
Pillar,
and you see a face of an elderly man at the window. And you can't fool us. Go away, foul beasts. You've tried everything, and now you send us this alluring siren to our door. We will not be tricked by beauty.
But what about him? He's here too.
Top of the round. Oh, that's Fox's go, right?
Yeah, that's Fox's go. Fuck, I'm too sexy for my pants. This is ridiculous. I'm too sexy for my own good. Arlen's gonna die because of how sexy Fox is, and it's just really not fair.
The one approaching from the graveyard.
Leave me alone.
You are nothing more than a payment of debt. Your god cares nothing for you. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Man, fuck your ass. Natural 20. Again, a natural 20. You can't come for me like that. You just can't. Unflappable. I know no shame. Get my name out of your mouth, bitch. Fucking come
Okay,
out here
Arlen's
shit.
go.
I think Arlen looks up at the window, and though he can just kind of be seen as like a silhouette to this person, the eyes start to glow, and he kind of tilts his head for a second, and steps up to the window and says, "You're not sirens. You're here to help. Let us in. We can help you." As the irises start to glow and sort of pulsate, can this person make a wisdom saving throw, please?
We're Not Sirens does the most siren shit I've ever done in my life. We're Not Sirens is on an island in the middle of the sea.
This person is now charmed by me until the end of my next turn.
Ooh, let me just check who this is. Hang on. Huh? Okay. Yeah, that sticks.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point, isn't it?
So they're charmed, which means you get advantage on persuasion checks.
Yeah, and I just say, just let us in, please.
Now, that was an action to cast.
It was.
It's going to be next round that you get to properly persuade.
Completely understandable.
Top of the round. Fox. More silhouettes move towards you.
Holy shit.
Might Temptation just to climb up and smash a window. Desperation
Honestly,
makes a man do desperate things.
If we hadn't seen this person at the window, my next plan was to just start Eldritch blasting the door, like fully, like.
Oh, this would be wild. This would be... No, that's because that's exactly what they would do. Oh, God. I hate that it thinks I'm some kind of deceptress. This is hard, Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
It's really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's really difficult. It's really difficult. It's
Do you
really
think you were getting a
difficult.
week off?
That was the sassiest you've been all the stream.
Do you know what,
Very
Lydia?
impressive video.
Do you know what? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm
I
going to do
don't.
what Fox has done all his life. Be dashing. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I like that.
30,
I
35,
like
40,
it.
45, 50, 55, 60.
Ooh. Very good.
God, sure.
Oh, can't quite get to Arlen. It steps over the puddle that was the other.
Oh shit, Nikki's gone. Fox, sorry.
Nikki's still here. Fox ran.
Yeah.
Fox is trying to get round another way. That old man's not letting us in.
I think it simply says to you as it can't reach you to attack. It simply screams, "Murderer!" Please roll a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus Christ. That was a 10 on the dice for a 15.
Ooh. You're a wisdomy person, aren't you?
Surprisingly so, huh?
Warlocks get advantage,
that-
didn't they?
You what, sorry?
Warlocks get a proficiency, sorry.
Proficiency,
wisdom
I was gonna
save.
say.
Proficiency, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right.
I was about to say I haven't been using
That
advantage.
does indeed save. And now it is your go.
Has this thing been attacked?
No, it's
No,
fresh.
and it's right in front of the door.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the person in the window again, the eyes still sort of like glowing, and say, help us, we'll help you. Open the door. Persuasion?
Roll with advantage.
Incredible. I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Jesus,
For a
what's going on
25.
today?
Hold on, I'm gonna
Those
take
are the best double rolls, is the one on either end of the scale.
I feel like that might be the first time I've ever done it.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Right.
Gorgeous.
This, like, you're looking at this pretty elderly human man, like liver spots on his face, a very kind of combed beard, but it's like not grown in brilliantly, so it's quite sparse, and a ponytail of thin hair, and his eyes go wide as you say that, and he looks at the creature that's next to you and down at the one that's slumped on the ground and goes, "I'll open the front door. Run!"
Fucking
And it
morbid.
disappears.
Okay, great. And I think I nod and start running. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's my turn.
Cool.
Holy shit, Lydia, this is terrifying.
I hate it. I love it, but It's very
10.
hot.
Yeah, we've had rain and it's still bloody boiling.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking sweltering, and this is really stressful. So you know.
Sorry, did you just hear every single gulp of that?
I'm gonna say this.
Mm.
The creature can't quite see you where it is, but you just hear this like little hissing voice around the corner going, "Irrelevant little rat fuck," but it doesn't really hit you like a spell because it can't see you properly.
Me.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't hurt me at all.
Was that
Even
for
if it
you
was-
or for me?
Probably for me, but I don't give a fuck.
And oh wait, it shouldn't have actually taken a go. That'll mean that because that was Arlen. It should have been Fox, so it'll go Fox and then Arlen. It just got in the wrong order.
Right, not a problem.
Usually... I'm not gonna dash because I want to be able to. Like, I have no range, but I just want to cover Arlen's back. I don't want to run away to the front without him.
I'm gonna say with where you are right now, Fox, you can see on these gallows, here there is a. At first, you like look and you take fright because you see a kind of figure, and then as you look closer, you realize that it is somebody tied to a post, very dead, and very, very gruesome. There are like massive swathes of like skin and meat gone from their arms, and it's almost like they've been chewed at by a beast.
Jesus. Tom, if you're on the measurement thing, and at the top there's an option to swap from ruler to movement.
Great. Yes, I've just seen it. Thank you.
That's right. You just put a big.
Oh, and that's your go.
It's my go. Sorry.
Yeah. It's your go.
Sorry, I completely missed that. Yeah, I think Arlen starts to run, gets to I think it was here. Yeah, and I think probably dashes to the front door. As he moves past Fox, he says, "I've got it sorted. They're opening the door." And that's my turn.
Okay. End of the round. You see faces, there's like windows either side of the door, and there are faces like pressed up against the glass, and you can kind of see over their heads to the old human man running through a room, like indicating to somebody, and you just see the handle of the door, like the kind of ring handle turn a little bit. So the door is being unlocked from the other side. Fox.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going in.
You give the door a push, and it is just the moment when the lock is undone, so the door opens.
I'm keeping my foot on the door so no one slams it behind me, so that Arlen can get through. But I'm like in the doorway, like holding the door basically.
Hang on a second. There we go. You're in.
You're in. Piss.
I barely know him.
I'm not going to fill it with all the people there, but there are a lot of people in this room.
I want all of their art and I want all their names.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, around 8 people are in this one room.
Okay.
Arlen, you can see more figures starting to kind of shamble into the town square
Yeah.
from the other direction, and it's your go.
I think I look back at the thing that's just turned the corner and just push one more time with.
Damn, I should have let it say something shitty to you one more time because it can just about see you. I'll say for flavor that it gets just like taken by the wind and you're like, what?
Yeah, I almost see its mouth start to open and just push the will-o-wisp towards it. I think it hits with an 19, sorry, 19.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
6 points of damage, force damage against it, and then I peel like past the corner and just shoot in as quickly as possible.
And somebody behind you like shuts the door and immediately starts locking it. You are inside the tavern.
What in the name of all that is holy is going on out there? Hi, my name is Fox. This is Arlen. We've come from the town over. What's going on?
You just got a lot of people in this room staring at you with big eyes that don't respond.
Look, we can help in whatever way that you need, but we need to know what's going on. Please.
The old man steps forward. I'm Beersley.
Beersley.
You can stay here until dawn, then you should go.
Will they be gone at dawn, or are we just going to fight our way through again?
They'll be gone at dawn.
Why?
Does this happen every night?
Just see lots of like looks being shot to each other, and then he sort of settles back, takes a seat at the table, and hunches forward onto it and doesn't answer.
Okay, fine. Have it your way.
Actually,
You have our thanks.
Actually, not fine, Arlen. I'm not okay with that, actually. Right. Beersley, correct?
I think Arlen just slumps to the ground.
Albo Beersley, yeah.
Albo Beersley, are you the one whose child went to join the forces? The owner of this establishment?
Do you have news
No.
from Charlie?
I have no word of your son. I was told there was a chance for a room we are travelling through. This is a devastating situation happening.
There's no rooms.
I appreciate that this is probably weighing on all of you. We met some Arunt on the way past, and they asked us to leave this here, and drops out the pigman. We're friends. We've come to do a kindness. I would appreciate the same in return.
He looks at this like pouch, like opens it, rubs the pigment in between his fingers, and tosses it across the table.
You say there are no rooms. With a smile, he says, "Are you just being a cantankerous old bastard, or have they been filled?"
He looks to you and he says, "There are no rooms, but you can sleep on the floor like all of us." And it's just all the people who you look around and you sort of realize that in amongst this tavern are blankets like near the hearth, and roll a perception check.
There's a 13 on the dice, so 16.
Okay, looking around, there is, there's a child in here and a woman, and in fact, there's a couple of children. This tavern is clearly sheltering a bunch of people who are all going to just be bunking together in the safety of the tavern. And he says to you, you can stay the night, just like the rest of us.
I'm sorry,
You are welcome.
It's been a long day. I didn't mean that...
Days are long.
Indeed. I didn't mean that we deserve a room. I more meant that we were looking for someone who was supposed to come through here. Purple hair.
Pray that she did not come through.
Kind of just look at Fox. Tilt of the eyebrows. Say, well, look, have you got food? Yeah. Again, I'm not asking.
Stay here. I
have food. That's what I was saying. I wanted to see if you needed anything.
You see there is in fact like a pig rolling on a spit.
Oh, that's incredible.
And it smells like food in there. They definitely they definitely have food.
Okay.
But it is just this thing of like, it's very quiet, and the people who aren't engaged in this, because you're just engaged with Balbo, but the other people in the room are already starting to clump off and to almost like turn their backs to you and talk to each other. And this old man gets up and moves over to a younger half-elven red-headed woman and sits next to her and starts like...
Okay.
And you are left in this room that is quiet but for whispering.
Okay. I think I just stay sat slumped by the door and just look at Fox. And I can see what he's doing, and I'm just gonna let him do his thing.
I'm going to begin playing a lullaby.
As soon as the first note is played, a couple of heads turn around and go, shh.
Come take a seat, Fleur.
Baldo, a word?
I have given you words. What do you want?
I believe I might be able to help, but I need to know a little bit more. I mean, not me, but I know people. I know someone who might be able to help.
Just see the night out. Wait for the sun. Be gone.
And this is your nightly routine? This is the life you've chosen to live?
Do not bother yourselves with our issues.
'Tis no bother. It's the right thing to do.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
Oh, fuck this guy. Oh, you love to see that. One of the dice was a 19, the other a 16.
Aye.
Plus
Your
7.
persuasion will be high. Yeah.
23.
I'll say this, it's like he is fairly set. But the red-headed woman puts her hand on his arm and says, "My love, just speak. What harm could it do?" He kind of turns to her and, what?
Is this a nightly occurrence?
It is.
And do you know where the creatures come from?
No.
Can I ask you one difficult question? The gallows.
That is what comes of people who put our community in danger.
And they stay as an offering? Something to sate the monsters?
No, we simply cannot have people here who put us in danger.
And what did the people on the gallows do? So I may not fall fate to the same thing.
Listen. You are safe here. The stone will keep us safe tonight. Then you must go.
The stone?
He points to the door, and you see a stone hanging. There's like a piece of twine that is like knotted around it, and it's hung from a nail. And the stone seems to have some engravings, even from like the 15 feet away that you are, you see.
Could I take a step closer?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, can I take a look at these engravings? I don't want to touch the stone, but like...
Roll investigation.
Dirty 20.
It is, it looks very, very, very old. Very old. Very rough. And the markings in it are not something that you understand. They don't seem to be pictures. And it is, you cannot conceive of what the markings mean.
Can I make a note of the markings?
You can draw them if you want into your book.
Like, does it look
Underneath
like
the penis
letterings or like
with a dirty 20, you would say that this is a language that you don't speak.
I love that. I'm gonna write out like duplicate out it as best I can and just say, how long has this been going on?
I don't know time anymore, but I was a young man when it started. Sleep now. We need to sleep too. Do not bother us anymore.
Fox.
If you are hungry, I can...
Lydia, I'm gonna just spend the evening before bed going through my language phrase book and see if any of the like symbols match any languages, just to get like a start on something. I'm not saying it's going to be in a phrase book. See if I can begin to like decode it to someone.
Okay.
At least find out what language it is, or like what, or like a language that has some similar lettering, so I can kind of find like a root language or something.
Okay. Roll investigation, and that will take you through your like 2 hours before bed, essentially.
17.
Okay. You can't really make head nor tail of it in those 2 hours. No.
Cool, that's fine. Yeah, then I'll go to bed.
Okay. Marlon, anything from you?
I think
you can just hear people whispering in this room, and like it is a tense atmosphere.
Yeah, I think you know, Arlen's not unaccustomed to situations like this, like lots of people in very close proximity who don't know each other and don't want to know each other. So I think
I'll say this. Roll a perception check to.
it was a 16 on the dice, so 19.
Ooh, yeah, that's good enough. You hear just snatched phrases, whispered phrases to each other. One says, "Why do we always do this? They are one of us now." And the other one replies, "You know why. They have to find out for themselves, otherwise they blame us."
Cool. Cool. I think. Oh Jesus, Lydia, that terrifies me. I think I'll to the people that just spoke, I'll just kind of like lean across the floor for a second and go, just to make things a bit speedier. How do we find out whatever it is we need to find out?
Don't talk to me. They like scurry away to a corner and like bed down and put a blanket over them.
Okay. Fox, come over here.
Yes?
I think we might be in one of your stories.
This isn't one of my
This
stories.
one might not have a happy ending.
I think at the long end of it, every ending is happy. Even those that seem doomed to disaster become a cautionary tale. But I understand what you're saying. We have ourselves an old-fashioned situation.
I'd love for you to tell that to one of those cautionary tales. Let them know that their demise was worth it. Look, I don't know what this is, but apparently we're one of them now. Whatever that means. So...
Something strikes me that this is less of a part of the family situation, more of a part of the ship situation.
I reckon get some rest. See what the fuck we can do to get out of this tomorrow. You're looking pretty beat up.
You don't look too great yourself. I think we should not maybe be in a rush to leave this place. At least, less not till we understand a bit more.
Pal, I don't think we can.
I
kind of just do that thing where I kind of like shuffle down into my jacket so the jacket kind of comes up, and I just like lean my head back and close my eyes, and I'm still listening. I'm just getting ready for shut eye.
Can I go upstairs? Like, is the vibe does it feel like I could go upstairs if I wanted to? Like, is that feel accessible or?
It feels it would definitely feel like walking into the staff only area at like an H&M.
Do you know when you go around someone's house and depending on how long you've been there, you feel like you could go up the stairs unaccompanied or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unaccompanied, because whenever you come around my house, you have to hold my hand as you go up the stairs.
I had to be accompanied by someone in my own house for a very long time because I thought there were bears that were living upstairs.
Wonderful.
I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to just get some rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to go peep through the upstairs windows, but... Yeah,
You bed down.
I think
it's pretty nice and warm. I'm going to say that, like, it's, you know, you're damp from your day's walk, but you haven't been walking in rain for the last like couple of hours, and then you get into this place which is actually like, it doesn't just have a roaring hearth, but it has one of those like little pits that has the hog roast rolling on it. So and all those people, it's almost too hot. Yes.
I just wanted to I think just before I like sleep, I'm going to go and like just get lost staring into the fire for a little bit. But before I do that, I'm just going to very quietly, once Arlen does his little thing, is just press to digitate his coat dry, and then go and sit and kind of get lost in the fire a little bit.
Very sneaky. Long rest comes easily. And when you wake, everybody else in the room is already awake. And Balbo like kicks your backpack towards you.
Careful.
And you see his wife Rahana open the door. The dawn light, the like morning light is coming through. It's actually a really nice day outside. And he goes, on your way.
And we can just leave. That wasn't an answer.
Points to the door.
The heavy toll is no lighter for having not said the words, Balbo.
Leave.
Thank you for your hospitality. Yeah, I leave.
Step out into the town square.
Are the gallows picked clean?
The corpse is hanging there, and now that it's daylight, it's almost just a skeleton now. It's even less than it was when you ran past it. And it's actually a very nice morning, other than the corpse on the gallows.
A very nice corpse.
I have a question for you. It is my understanding that once someone is hanged, they are taken down and buried, or the body is still
I mean, roll history.
Yeah, it's not like it's a sky burial. History, dirty 20.
There are a lot of different customs in Dawn Valon that account for different cultures within it. The normal thing to do in cities, the regular Dawn Valon thing to do for somebody that is condemned to die, is as soon as they are hanged, to take them down and take them for burial and preparation. People generally are not, this is not an execution method, and leaving the corpse like this is not any culture that you have that within this kingdom that you know of. But the sun shines and you step out in what direction you came from.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Are there any crow droppings around the gallows, or bird droppings?
Roll perception.
They might have died of a tummy ache.
Bad meat.
Oh, bad tum-tum. on the eating person.
Another dirty 20.
Okay. You don't see
Fucking rolling up.
anything that looks like a crow dropping. What you see is an awful lot of blood and gore.
I just something feels unfinished. Again.
There is a path that continues east towards the coast. There is a path that you wait. Let me get the little thing up so that I'm not getting this wrong.
Because there's a path to that cemetery, right?
Oh yeah, so you could walk back the way that you
seemed
came.
to be coming from that cemetery.
No, it wasn't. That was because of the map. By the time you got to the town square, you realized what I can do is give you guys a slightly enlarged map that you would be looking at this morning. Gosh, though, can I?
Gosh, though, can you? I think to your comment, Fox, Arlen just says, look, people leave. Some stories are left unfinished. It's just the way of the world.
Isn't that unsatisfying?
See, this is the thing that I don't get about you. The satisfaction. Not everything has to be satisfying. You survived. That's enough.
I would like
Satisfaction
to thrive.
is for the privileged few. And that is for the privileged few as well. Thriving. Not everyone gets to thrive. Not everyone even gets to survive. So, meet your expectations.
Just do a stupid thing. I think that's sent. Yeah.
You offer more information than you think, Arlen. Even the gardener whispers to their pretty little flowers.
You know that nickname's gonna stick.
What, the gardener?
No, Petal. Not the gardener. Oh, you've sent us something.
Yeah, I've just sent you a slightly more zoomed out view of the town.
Sorry, we were just too busy flirting.
I'd say Arlen with his passive perception, you can see somebody in the fields starting to already work the fields back up.
This cabbage has got no leaves.
Do you want answers, or should we just get out of this place?
Something tells me I don't think we can just sort of get out of this place, given what the people were saying in the tavern. But that was a situation that I shan't proffer a comment without it being crass. I trust we'll return if we have to.
Okay.
In my
Trust away.
experience, things have a funny way of working out.
My experience. I've been saying this the entire fucking time. We're diametrically opposed. I hope you're right. I really do. For both of our sakes.
Do you continue
now, Arlen.
east like?
I don't much think we're wanted here.
I will, on our way out of town, I will just sort of see if I can catch the what's the word? Attention of the person in the field.
They don't respond.
Put my hand up. Nope. Okay. Where to next? Are we still looking for Dagger? Or are we just trying to survive?
We can do both. I believe in us.
Fuck me. Okay. Which way then? The great believer.
As you go, like walking across the thing, I'll say, are you going east, south?
Continuing in the general direction that we kind of came in, right?
Are you going back in that direction?
No, is it continuing in the direction that we
came
continuing
in? Okay. All right, you head east. And as you cut through a little alleyway between two buildings that will take you out to the path, a girl suddenly hops out that was in the tavern last night, about 14 years old, sea elf. And she steps close to you, Fox, and says, I did think that I saw a girl. I said I must have imagined it because I'm so lonely. But I think I saw her. And she puts something in your hand, pulls her hand away, and it's a single damp mussel from her dinner the night before.
Oh, you blessed thing. Oh, you...
And then she runs away.
No, please. Oh, this poor thing. Oh. Can I say something before she runs away?
She's just turning the corner, so you could kind of lob something at her as she goes.
Brick!
Will you allow this? I'm just going to whisper thank you. But I'm going to offer a bardic inspiration to her as she runs around the corner.
As she kind of goes round the corner, and you send that, you just sort of see her go, woo! As she turns the corner.
I don't want her getting told off for talking to the strangers. So I didn't want to shout.
And you walk east. You may add a single shelled mussel to your inventory.
I was expending the use of bardic inspiration first. Important inventory management stuff.
Important management, yeah. You walk. There are little clumps of flowers in the meadows. You hear birdsong. It is hard to believe that this place was so plagued last night. The only thing that really speaks to the troubles in this town is the dilapidations of all the buildings and the fact that so much of the land has gone to seed, essentially. You continue to walk. An hour passes. It feels kind of pleasant. It's just the odd cloud in the sky.
I don't like this thing that Lydia does. Because I feel like I know something's coming.
I think we need to head to the coast.
Okay.
I think Fox is just moving the mussel around and just goes,
oh god, it's not in the shell, I'm so sorry. It's not a shell mussel.
You said a shell
it's the flesh. A shelled, as in it's been shelled. I would love to say that you could do all that cool stuff, but that's just the flesh. You've just been given the flesh inside.
It's just...
But you could like hold it like this.
To the coast. I wasn't joking. I actually can't swim, so.
I could teach you if that's a pressing matter for you, but do you think we're going to go to the coast and swim out into the sea?
I don't know. I
know you think I'm blindly wandering, but that's a step far.
Okay. So I know that you can swim. You give away more than you think you do, or whatever it is you said.
I'm an open book. You're just being coquettish, and I think this is fun.
I just start rolling another cigarette. Okay.
It's a few hours since you stepped away from the town square, and you're rolling that cigarette. And as you're rolling it, you're looking. You kind of something catches your eye, and there's like a hay bale. And then you look to the other side, and that's the cabbage patch. And you look ahead and you see old Ludstock ahead of you.
Oh, fuck.
And I think we can end it there for this week.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, that's the worst fucking thing you can
more like
see.
Lockstuck. Fuck. Wait, come back to me next week.
Luck, stop.
That's why
well done, guys. That was not easy.
Dangerous. It was dangerous is what it was. I had 2 hit points for a lot of that.
Yes.
I was down to 1 for the whole of that last fight sort of scenario.
I had 1 healing ability left that I just had to save because we were so low hit points. I just had to save as a pickup rather than a heal. Do you know what I mean? It was just far more effective. Jesus Christ. Well done, Lids.
Wow. Well done, Lids. That was incredible.
Done, you guys.
Listen, audience. I hope two people sort of like edging around each other and kind of like taking a jab every now and then was entertaining for you, because I enjoyed it, to be fair. I enjoyed the kind of sparring a lot.
It was fun. I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah. Look, we'll bounce out, but join us next week, Wicked Wednesday, to see
7 p.m. BST.
What is the deal with old Ludstock. Will they ever be allowed back in the tavern? Will they be tied to the gallows? Will we ever see Dagger again? See you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.